Hello and welcome to our broadcasting studio at Vietnam Television. I'm Michael Lu and here's the top news for this hour. Symposium on e-government opens, themed e-government, e-health and intelligent transportation system. Next 11 Vietnamese attend French Language World Forum, expressing the Vietnamese love for the French language. Now first off, a symposium on e-government with the theme e-government, e-health and intelligent transportation system opens this morning in Ho Chi Minh City. The event serves as a platform for experts and leaders at all levels to promote the deployment of e-government programs and projects in order to enhance the effectiveness of e-government and reform administrative procedures. Participants at the seminar also discussed ways to boost e-health and how organisations and authorised agencies can optimise the effectiveness of e-health service delivery. They also share initiatives to enhance e-government's capacities and smart city strategies, including ideas to develop an intelligent transportation system or reducing the complexity and cost. Hanoi's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, rose by 0.18% in July compared to the previous month, and by 0.77% year-on-year, the Hanoi Statistics Office has announced. In detail, 9 out of the 11 major commodity groups increased in price, most notably vegetables, housing, utilities and construction materials. Only education and telecommunications did not record a rise. Meanwhile, the gold price index fell by 3.75%, while the US dollar increased by 0.01% compared to June. Output sources are one of the biggest worries for farmers, but a cooperative model that builds links between farmers and distributors can help cure this headache. Let's take a look at an effective cooperative model in the following.
Each year, the Dong Xuân Tiến cooperative produces about 400 tons of fruits and vegetables. The cooperative has adopted Vietnamese good agriculture practices, or VietGap, with the aim of building a brand for safe agricultural products.
We are implementing the VietGap model in several cooperatives. The local Department of Science and Technology will then assess and grant certificates to those cooperatives.
The cooperative has also signed an agreement with the local enterprise to ensure an output source for the farmers.
The cooperative should be a bridge connecting farmers with enterprises. Products and prices will be discussed carefully between all stakeholders.
Instead of growing rice, the Dong Xuân Tiến cooperative has switched to higher value products. There are over 100 cooperatives in Ninh Bình province, but only a tenth of them have successfully built their brand names. Dong Xuân Tiến is an example of a successful modern cooperative model here in the locality.
It's been 1 year since the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development piloted its tuna value chain plan, but the plan has so far failed to benefit fishermen. The following report sheds some light on what's been standing in the way of its success.
Bahai Joint Stock Company was selected for the pilot tuna value chain program initiated 1 year ago. Under the plan, it signed a cooperation contract with 8 fishing crews in Phu Yên province. But after 1 year, the plan has gone nowhere. One of the reasons is that fishermen can't access loans despite a government decree permitting banks to offer credit to fishermen.
The fishermen also need to borrow money from individual traders. They need to sell their products to these people, so they are not really participating in the value chain.
Contrary to expectations, tuna prices have fallen by 10 to 30%, and only 70% of fishermen were able to break even or make a profit. Both fishermen and enterprises are hesitant about joining the program.
Don't just rely on policies to apply the tuna value chain model. Use market mechanisms instead. All stakeholders should adjust their roles to meet market demand.
Experts believe that enterprises should be center of the value chain, stipulating quality requirements and publicizing profit-sharing plans for the fishermen.
While all stakeholders remain of equal importance, enterprises should be defined as a leading link in the value chain.
The value chain model helped to export the country's finest batch of tuna to the Japanese market a year ago, with prices 3 times higher than usual. To return to this success, resolving credit bottlenecks and promoting the role of enterprises within the value chain are the next priorities.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News. Now, meanwhile, in Vietnam's IT sector, studying in virtual classes, teachers work with students who are hundreds of miles away, checking students' attendance by using drone. This was just one of their education applications on display at EdTech Lab on Tuesday in Hanoi. The event was a chance for experts and application developers to discuss education technology and opportunities for Vietnam.
This is an Oculus Rift VR headset. This headset brings users into a virtual class where their movements mimicked by virtual characters.
It's like a video game I usually play. I can freely interact with objects in the virtual class and learn easily. It's interesting. I can play more while I learn more.
This is Emotive, a device which allows users to use their thoughts to command computers.
It measures, I'd imagine, it's measuring brain waves from specific parts of the brain, and it's training the program to interpret an individual's brain signals into specific commands like up, left, down, right, drop, forward, backwards, stuff like that. Stuff like this will help a lot of really smart people who can't communicate with people, like Stephen Hawking, get to the opportunity to learn and express themselves.
These are just some of the cutting-edge technologies that application developers are researching and applying in Vietnam. These technologies can be found in universities around the world. They excite students and pave the way for application development.
There's a lot of money globally spent on EdTech. Last year was $2.3 billion. EdTech investment has grown by about 200% since 2009. Maybe 20 years ago, technology was a room. It was a room with computers that you would go to and use for word processing or something. And now technology is actually in the classroom. Everybody has a mobile device.
Once implemented, these innovations are expected to bring a new breeze to Vietnam's conventional teaching methods.
It can help connect teachers around the world to millions of students. It can solve issues like the lack of teachers and teaching facilities.
Education is a key factor to high-skilled human resources, in which technology plays an important role. Investment in technology, especially information technology, is one of the key parts of the action plan to reform education that Vietnam Ministry of Education and Training issued last year.
11 Vietnamese delegates are attending the second French Language World Forum in Liège, Belgium from July the 20th to the 23rd. The forum has attracted more than 1,500 teachers and students of the French language from around the globe.
The Vietnamese delegation, made up of young teachers and students from universities across the country, presented a project on tourism promotion in French. The project used popular social platforms, including YouTube and Facebook, with the aim of creating tourism products in the French language to introduce Da Nang to international friends.
There are not so many websites in French about Da Nang. As a teacher, I discussed this with my students, and we came up with a project to promote tourism in Da Nang for the French language community. We really want to develop the project in class and engage the students. It has also helped students realize the importance of the language while learning how to promote famous Vietnam sites to the world.
The second French Language World Forum focused on the role of youths in developing creative and innovative projects through the use of French on a global scale. I think that this is an excellent presentation. It is also an excellent project for class use. This will engage more French learners and help promote the tourism sector in Vietnam. Held by the International Organization of La Francophonie and Wallonie-Brussels, this year's forum features 130 innovative projects and nearly 100 events in the fields of education, economics, French language, and citizens' rights. The event has provided an excellent opportunity for participants to meet and exchange innovative ideas.
Now, the 70th anniversary of the August Revolution on August the 19th and National Day on September the 2nd is fast approaching and preparations are already underway. 2,500 people are expected to participate in the official celebration, according to the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism. This year's parade will depict important milestones in Vietnamese history and the diverse cultural traits of Vietnam's 54 ethnic groups. The float and performances will aim to honour the beauty of the Vietnamese people and their achievements. Now, just before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the latest weather update of selected cities around the world. That's it for our newscast. Now, please check out vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. Goodbye for now, and thanks for stopping by.